Hi everyone, welcome to Chandan Logics. You all know that students who are preparing for bank, SSC, railway, police, defense, CSAT and other competitive exams are very familiar about Chandan Logics. Why the reason is, Chandan Logics have trained lakhs of students, and out of those lakhs of students, already thousands of students secured government jobs in various sectors. Now how this is possible to us? This is possible to us only because of our expert faculty team and our exclusive designed curriculum for examination. If you observe our expert faculty team, each and every faculty is having vast experience and they're having in-depth subject knowledge based on the present examination pattern, and they have trained lakhs of students. And coming to our curriculum, we have designed our curriculum in such a way that our video lectures are completely digital interactive video lectures where we are going to teach each and every subject in depth, complete concept oriented teaching and complete time saving techniques based on the recent examinations. And we are going to conduct mock examinations also. These mock examinations are exclusively based on the real time experience of what actual examination is going to happen. And we are going to provide you complete concept oriented PDF materials also. If you are a serious aspirant and looking for the right platform to achieve your dream job, download Chandan Logics app.
Let us discuss the next pattern of questions. So whatever the pattern we are going to discuss now, these questions are like very important, and these questions are like very simple as well. Okay, so you just observe how I am solving those questions. Once you observe these questions, then solving these questions will become really simple. Okay, so let us look at the question. Average temperature for a week is noted as 32 degrees Celsius, but later it was realized that Monday temperature reading was taken as 30 degrees Celsius instead of 16 degrees Celsius. What is the true average temperature for the week? So they are saying us to find what is the correct average temperature or true average temperature for the week. Now in these type of questions, what happened is they will enter one wrong value. So due to that, average is going to change. Now we are supposed to correct that average. These are the questions that are going to come in this model. Okay, these questions are like very simple. Just observe here carefully. Now actually, what is the average given? Average for whole week is 32 degrees Celsius. Yes or no? But it is said that Monday temperature reading was taken as 30 degrees Celsius. Monday temperature was taken as 30 degrees Celsius instead of 16 degrees Celsius. Now what do we mean by that? Actually, according to this question, correct temperature for Monday is 16 degrees Celsius, but they have wrongly noted it as 30 degrees Celsius. Now the question is asking what is the correct average temperature for the week. Okay, very simple. Whenever you have questions in this way, you just take the difference. That's it. Nothing more than that. 30 and 16 difference is how much? Difference is 14. Now what you have to do is, after taking the difference, either you need to add it or you need to subtract it. That's it. Nothing more than that. But you'll have a doubt when to add and when to subtract. If you are going to add, when you will add means if the wrong value is lesser than the correct value, then you are going to add it. But if the wrong value is more than the correct value, then you are supposed to subtract it. Now in this question, if you observe here, wrong value is 30 but right value is 16, which means wrong value is more. When wrong value is more, what you have to do? Subtract. Why? Because in this 14 degrees extra was mentioned. As 14 degrees extra was mentioned, you have to subtract that 14. But you need to remember one more point. When you are subtracting this 14, you cannot subtract this 14 directly. Now this 14 has to be distributed for the whole week. Why? Because this is average temperature for a whole week. So that is reason this 14 degrees has to be distributed for the whole week. Week means how many days? 7 days. So it has to be distributed for 7 days. Then 14 divided by 7 is 2. So correct average temperature is nothing but 32 minus 2, that is nothing but 30 degrees Celsius. So we can say that answer for this question is 30 degrees Celsius. Very simple questions. Just what you need to do is like, whenever you have questions based upon error value, take the difference. That's it. Take the difference, and if the wrong value is more, then you need to subtract. If the wrong value is less, then you need to add. But don't forget, while you're subtracting or adding, you need to distribute them and you need to subtract. Similarly, you need to distribute them and you need to add. That is the reason for 30 and 16, difference is 14. As wrong value is more, I need to subtract it. So 14 divided by 7. Why? Because for a whole week it was mentioned. Week is like 7 days, so divide by 7. 14 by 7 is like 2, so 32 minus 2, answer is like 30 degrees Celsius. Okay, let us look at the next one. Very simple questions, just observe here carefully. In this question it is saying the average weight of a group of 50 girls, now it is talking about 50 girls, was calculated as 58 kg. So average weight of 50 girls is 58 kg. It was later discovered that the weight of one of the girl was read as 45 kg, whereas her actual weight was 65 kg. Actually, the girl's weight is 65 kg. But what they have noted, they have noted it as 45 kg. Now your question is, what is the actual average weight of the group of 50 girls? Actual average weight or correct average, both are like same. Now what you need to do? Take the difference between. Look here, the weight was mentioned as how much? Weight was noted as 45 kg. Yes or no? Weight was noted as 45 kg. Whereas her actual weight is how much? 65 kg. Which means this is wrong value and this is correct value. Yes or no? This is wrong value. Her actual weight is 65 kg. Now what you need to do? Just take the difference. If you take the difference, 45 and 65, difference is 20. Yes or no? Now if you look at the question, it is mentioned like 50 girls average weight is how much? 50 girls average weight is 58. Now your difference is 20. As difference is 20, what you have to do? You need to either add or you need to subtract. What I told, if wrong value is more, you need to subtract. That is what I have told. If wrong value is less, you need to add. Now look here, wrong value is 45 and correct value is 65, which means wrong value is less. As wrong value is less, I need to add it. So add it. So plus 20. Now don't forget, you need to distribute that. Distribute to how many persons? Total you have 50 girls. So you need to distribute to all 50 girls. So 20 by 50 is same as 2 by 5. So 2 by 5 is nothing but 0.4. So actual weight or correct weight is nothing but 58.4 kg. Okay, very simple. Just what you need to do is like, read the question clearly, take the difference, and after that, if the wrong value is more, subtract. If the wrong value is less, add. But don't forget, while adding or subtracting, you need to distribute them and you need to add, or you need to distribute them and you need to subtract. Let us look at the next question. What next question is saying? The average marks of 18 students in an examination was 60. So 18 students average marks is 60. It was later found that the marks of one student has been wrongly entered as 63. Wrong value is 63 instead of 36. The correct average is. So we are asked to find what is the correct average. Look here, wrongly entered as how much? Wrongly entered as 63 instead of how much? 36, which means correct value is 36, but it is wrongly entered as 63. Now your question is to find what is the correct average for these 18 students. 18 students average given is like 60, but we are supposed to find what is the correct average. So calculate here, 63, 36 difference. What is the difference between 63 and 36? 63 and 36 difference is nothing but 27. Yes or no? In this, wrong value is more. As wrong value is more, you need to subtract it. So subtract it, minus 27. But don't forget, while subtracting or adding, you need to distribute and you need to subtract. So you need to distribute for total 18 students. So divide by 18. So now this is going to be 1.5. So correct average is nothing but 60 minus 1.5, which is nothing but 58.5. Yes or no? So I can say that answer for this question is nothing but 58.5. Very, very simple. Okay. Let's look at the next one. The average of 18 observations, is recorded as 124. 18 observations, average is 124. Later it was found that 2 observations. Look here, in the previous questions we have discussed 1 observation. Now in this question it's about 2 observations, and this was the exact question that was asked in SSC examinations. And don't forget, we are trying to cover all the questions that were asked in different competitive examinations relating to each and every concept. So all you guys need to do is like, you need to practice them a lot. I am going to cover all the pattern of questions that are asked in different competitive examinations. Now what is your work? Your work is to practice them a lot. If you are going to practice them a lot, then you can apply these applications in examination much faster, and you can reach to your answer much faster than your competitors. Okay, let us look at this. Later it was found that 2 observations with values 64 and 28. So 2 values 64 and 28 were entered wrongly as 46 and 82. Find the correct average of the 18 observations. So we are supposed to find what is the correct average. Look here, in this we have 2 values. 2 values are what? One is like 64 and other is like 28. Now the 64 and 28 were wrongly entered, which means these are like correct values. 64, 28 is correct value, but this is wrongly entered as how much? Wrongly entered as 46 and 82. Yes or no? This is correct value, this is wrong value. Now they are asking what is the correct average. Very simple, just observe here carefully. If you observe here carefully, as you have 2 numbers, just add those numbers. If you add those numbers, now it will be again a single number, just same as our previous question. Now add it, 64 plus 28. What is 64 plus 28? This is nothing but 92. Yes or no? Similarly, if you add this, 46 plus 82 is nothing but 128. Now just take the difference. If you take the difference, this is going to be 92 and 100, it is going to be 8. 8 plus 28, it is nothing but 36. Which means difference between the numbers is 36. If difference is 36, what I told you, either you need to add or you need to subtract. Yes or no? Actual average is how much? Actual average is 124. As you got 36 as difference, write that 36. When to add, when to subtract, I have already told you. In this, if you observe here, this is right value, this is wrong value. As the wrong value is more than right value, then you need to subtract it. So subtract it. So you're going to subtract. But don't forget, you need to distribute and you need to subtract. When you're distributing, total how many observations? Total 18 observations. So divide by 18. So 36 divided by 18, it is going to be 2 times. So 124 minus 2, correct average. What is your correct average? Correct average is nothing but 122. Very, very simple. And look here, don't get confused here. Even it is like 2 values or 3 values or 4 values, concept is going to be same. Just add them and make it as one single value. Then it is going to be similar to whatever the questions we have discussed earlier. Okay. Let us look at the next one. The average of 100 numbers is 63. So 100 numbers average is how much it seems? 63. But it was found that 2 numbers 37, 76 are mistakenly calculated. So 37, 76 are mistakenly calculated as 73 and 67 respectively. Find his correct average if it was also found that, look here, this point is also important. If it was also found that total numbers are only 90. Look here. Now this question is little different when compared to the previous question. In this question what they are saying is like, first boy calculated for 100 numbers. Out of these 100 numbers, what happened? 2 numbers were wrongly taken. Actually they are supposed to take numbers as 73, 67. But what they have, look here once, what it is saying? But it was found that 2 numbers 37 and 76. Actual numbers are 37, 76. But mistakenly calculated as 73 and 67. And it is also saying that the numbers are not 100 numbers, we have only 90 numbers. What is the correct average? That is your question. Okay, let us look at that. So two numbers are what? One is 37 and other number is 76. Yes or no? But these numbers are mistakenly calculated as how much? Mistakenly calculated as 73 and 67. Yes or no? Which means the above values, these are like correct values and these are like wrong values. Okay, just add them. When you're going to add them, 7 plus 6 is nothing but 13, so 1 carry. 3 plus 7 is nothing but 10. 10 plus 1 is nothing but 11. Now this is going to be 113. Similarly, if you are going to add this, 3 plus 7 is nothing but 10. Similarly, 70 plus 30, 70 plus 60 is nothing but 130. 130 and 1, it is going to be 14, which is like 140. Now if you observe here, this is like correct value and this is like wrong value. Take the difference. If you take the difference, 140 and 113, difference is 27. Now as wrong value is more, you need to subtract this. Yes or no? So let us subtract this. But as question has mentioned here, observe here carefully, the numbers are not 100 numbers, it is only 90 numbers. So what am I supposed to do? 100 numbers sum. 100 numbers sum is going to be 63 into 100. Yes or no? 100 numbers sum is going to be 63 into 100. Why? Because 100 numbers average is 63. If average is 63, then sum is going to be 63 into 100. Now this is 100 number sum, but we have an error of 27. As we have error of 27, you need to subtract this 27. So minus 27. Now this will be the correct value. Now it is said that numbers are not 100 numbers, numbers are only 90 numbers. This is what mentioned in the question. Now calculate, you are going to get the correct answer. Okay, if you are going to calculate, what is going to happen here? 0 and 0 gets cancelled. Now 63 cancels in 9. How many times? 7 times. Yes or no? Similarly, 27 by 90 is nothing but 0.3. Why? Because 27 by 9 is like 3 times. But this is not 9, it is 90. So that is reason 0.3 times. Now correct average is going to be 7 into 10, 70 minus 0.3. 70 minus 0.3 is nothing but 69.7. So correct average is nothing but 69.7, which is like option 4. Okay, very simple. Just I am going to repeat it one more time. Observe here carefully. Question was mentioning that there are 100 numbers, average is 63. But what happened? Two numbers 37 and 76 are mistakenly taken as 73 and 67, and they are saying that numbers are not 100 numbers, there are only 90 numbers. What is the correct average? That is the question. Procedure is like same procedure. What we have done, numbers should be noted as 37, 76, but they were wrongly noted as 73, 67. When you add these numbers, it is 113. When you add these numbers, it is 140. 140 and 130, difference is like 27. As wrong value is more, you need to subtract this 27. As you need to subtract this 27, what I am doing is like, now in this, as numbers are not 100, as it is 90, first I need to know 100 number sum. 100 number sum is going to be 100 into 63. Why? Because average is 63. Now from this I need to subtract 27. When I subtract 27, now this is going to be 90 number sum. As I need to calculate average, so divide by 90. When you calculate this calculation, you are going to get answer as 69.7 as the correct average for the 90 numbers. Okay, let us look at the next one. Next question is 100 numbers average is 84. So you have 100 numbers average is 84. While calculating average, 3 numbers taken as 86, 75, 49. These are like wrong. Okay, instead of 12, 45, 43. This is correct. So 3 observations values are actually 12, 45, 43. This is like correct value. But it is wrongly noted as 86, 75, 49. And it is said that later it was observed that there are only 90 members. It is said that we have only how many, it seems 90 members, or 90 members. We have only 90 members. 90 members instead of 100 members. Find the correct average. Now even this question is similar to the previous question. In the previous questions we have mentioned about two values are wrong, but there are 100 members, but originally it's only 90 members. In the same way, in this question also, three values are entered wrong. In this question also, it was given 100 numbers, but there are only 90 numbers. It is mentioned here clearly. Okay, there are only 90 numbers. Now we are asked to find what is the correct average. Let us calculate. Now what are the wrong values? Wrong values are nothing but 86, next 75, next 49. These are wrong values. And what are the correct values? Correct values are nothing but 12, 45, and next 43. Now add these numbers. If you are going to add these numbers, add it 86 plus 75 plus 49. When you add these numbers, 9 plus 6 is 15. 15 plus 5 is nothing but 20. Similarly, 8 plus 4 is nothing but 12. 12 plus 7 is nothing but 19, which is 190. 190 plus 20. 190 plus 20 is nothing but 210. So sum is nothing but 210. Similarly, if you add these numbers, when you are going to add these numbers, 2 plus 5 plus 3 is nothing but 10. 40 plus 40 is 80. 80 plus 10 is 90. 90 plus 10 is going to be 100. Which means, if you observe here, the correct values are this one, and these are wrong values. If you take the difference, what is the difference here? Difference is nothing but 110. As wrong value is more, you need to subtract this. So let us calculate. If you are going to calculate here, the actual sum of 100 numbers. 100 numbers sum is going to be, as average is 84, sum is going to be 84 into 100. This is going to be the sum. Yes or no? From this you need to subtract. From this you need to subtract how much? 110. Why? Because we are getting 110 difference and wrong value is more, so subtract 110. Divided by number of numbers are how many? Number of numbers are only just 90 numbers. There are not 100 numbers. This is what mentioned in the question clearly. Now calculate 84 into 100 is nothing but 8400 minus 110 divided by 90. Yes or no? So 200 minus 110 is nothing but 90. 200 minus 110 is 90. Out of this 8400, already 200 was deducted. Remaining is 8200. 8290. 8290 divided by 90. Yes or no? So 0 and 0 gets cancelled. Now cancel here. 9 how many times? 9 times it is going to be 81. Yes or no? After that, how much remainder? You're left with 19. 9 2 times it is going to be 18. Yes or no? Again you're left with 1 remainder. 1 by 9. 1 by 9 already we have discussed in percentages. 1 by 9 is nothing but 11.11% in terms of percent. Now 1 by 9 value is nothing but 0.11. So we can say that approximately the value is going to be 92.1. Okay, very simple question. But the only thing is in this actual numbers are also taken wrongly. That is the reason what you have to do. First you need to calculate the correct sum for 90 numbers. After calculating the correct sum, you need to calculate average. As you need to calculate average, divide by 90. Okay, that's it. Nothing more than that.
If you're a serious aspirant and if you're looking for right platform to achieve your dream job, immediately download Chandan app. For more details, contact below numbers. Thank you. All the best.